the Rockford Files. Won't be seen tonight, so we can bring you a very special episode of the Gen X Files. Welcome to the Gen X Files. I'm Jim.
I'm Adam.
And today's show is all about
Back to the Future. We're going back in time.
Back in time. You know, so freaking funny.
Yeah.
Is we keep doing that.
I know.
I don't know. Big Brother is listening.
Yeah.
Because I was on the YouTubes.
Yeah.
And my algorithm popped up that sketch.
Oh, did it? Oh, that's
and so I watched
weird.
it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird.
What we're talking about, if you don't know, is first of all, Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. What?
A movie. But there was this, when Michael J. Fox hosted Saturday Night Live during the Back to the Future heyday, there was this sketch where he's in an elevator and Kevin Nealon comes in and he notices that it's Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
And he's just kind of standing there, he looks at him and he goes, back in time. Gonna go back. Right? You know, that's it, right? And then Dana Carvey comes in and Dana Carvey's like, what would we do, baby, without us? And then Michael J. Fox is like, yeah. What would we do? And then finally Michael J. Fox is like, what would we do, baby? Yeah. We know the song. Yeah. But every time I think of Back to the Future, I always think I'm going to go back in time.
You know what's funny? I remember that sketch. I do not remember it was Kevin Nealon.
Me neither.
I thought it was Chris Farley, and then I thought it was Adam Sandler's little lackey guy.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, but I never thought it was Kevin Nealon.
Well, because Chris Farley used to do the... Remember when you were
I think
in
I was conflating it. Yeah.
But once I saw it, I was like, oh, it's 100% Kevin Nealon.
As soon as you said it that way, I was like, yes, it's definitely Kevin Nealon.
Good Lord. This movie is pure effing joy.
Oh, my God. It was so necessary in these very trying times.
Unbelievably so. This movie is... You cannot be in a bad mood after seeing this movie.
No.
This is a perfect movie.
Perfect. I would put it up there as a perfect movie.
Look, I'm not going to listen to anybody's time travel complaints because all of that is BS, because time travel is BS. And,
it doesn't matter.
If you start dissecting that crap, you'll go insane, and then nothing ever works ever.
Not to mention there are plenty of other movies that delve into that particular subject.
Yes.
And they become too complicated for their own sake.
Yes. The one problem I had with it, you really, you kind of cleared it up for me, because I was like, aren't they going to realize that the Marty McFly that they met when they were kids looks exactly like the Marty that their son is?
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, do you remember anybody's face of somebody that you met for 7 days 35 years ago?
Yeah. I mean, and this came straight from Robert Zemeckis, because he was like, people say that to me all the time. And he's like, try to remember somebody from 30 years ago that you maybe hung out with 3 times over 7 days.
Yes. So
and then he's like, oh, do you think they look like your kid? Pull out anybody's yearbook, and there's going to be people that look like your kids in that yearbook.
True. And he wasn't in the yearbook, so there was no photographic evidence.
Yeah.
So nothing there. The combination of an amazing script, perfect casting, and innovative directing, that triumvirate just makes this movie so unbelievably watchable. And until this day, look, we're 10 years past the future.
Yeah.
The future, buddy! We must go back to the future! We must go back to the past now.
Yeah, let's go back to the past.
Which is so...
It's a little weird that if we went back 30 years now, it'd be 1995.
Yeah, that's the point I made. The scary point yesterday. What music would your kid... Oh, it'd be K-pop. I'd be playing a bunch of K-pop and be like, your kids are going to love this.
Oh, yeah. Playing a bunch of Chapel Roan.
Yeah, exactly.
Pink Pony Club.
Pink Pony Club.
Yeah. I know Chapel Roan's fine.
Oh, but what a fun movie.
God, such a good movie.
I remember when this movie came out, and what a juggernaut it was. And we knew. Once we saw the previews, it was like, this looks like something special.
Yeah.
And when it came out, it hit, and it hit, and it hit. And it didn't stop for weeks.
Yeah, it was number one for a very long time.
And inevitably, you knew there was going to be a sequel. But it's my favorite. It's a toughie.
Yeah,
but it's my favorite Crispin Glover performance, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
It's tough, though, because River's Edge is just such a wild, wacky, awesome
How could you leave out Friday the 13th final chapter?
Well, that, too. Okay, it's a 3-way tie.
I know.
But Lea Thompson, her best work, Christopher Lloyd is great. Thomas F. Wilson, man.
God, he deserved a much bigger career.
I really paid attention to him in this, more so than I had before. And everything about his performance, his reactions, his eyes, everything is so perfect.
Yeah.
He is such a great bully. He is so... And from everything that I've heard, he's like the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
I think it was Robert Englund who said that the nicest actors in the universe play the bad guys, and the worst people in the universe play the good guys.
Will Smith looking at you.
Michael J. Fox excluded, of course.
Oh, no. Yeah, he was wonderful.
But even like Wendy Jo Sperber, who I was a huge fan of from Bosom Buddies. I also think she should have had a bigger career. She was so good as the sister. And the Switch. And Mark McClure as the brother, the Switch. Like, everybody was just so damn good. And it seemed like they were having a blast.
Yeah.
Even though this must have been so hellish for Michael J. Fox.
Oh, it was awful.
But
it was absolutely awful.
What a professional dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy just seems like... I remember, interviews, not just with him, but people that worked with him, saying that he was the most professional, pleasant person to ever work with. Always there, always game, no matter how tired he was. He was always present.
He would find a way to make it work.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I saw a really funny clip... because I've been watching clips. I just got juiced into Back to the Future. I'm so excited about this month that I've been watching clips and stuff on YouTube, and I saw this funny clip with Robert Zemeckis where he said, the line when he wakes up in his underwear and he's like, "Where's my pants?" It was originally just to say "over there," and Michael J. Fox was like, "What if she says over there on my hope chest?" And it's such an iconic line.
Yeah.
But that's just the kind of dude he is. I love this movie so much.
Yeah. And that's a testament to Robert Zemeckis, too, because a lot of the actors did a lot of improv, and he's game for it.
Yeah.
Even though he co-wrote the script, and a lot of writers can be very precious with their words, he understands that everything is about collaboration and making a movie.
He is an amazing filmmaker.
Yeah.
He is so innovative. We forget how truly innovative he is.
Yeah.
Not just this, but Forrest Gump.
And Death Becomes Her.
And Death Becomes Her.
Oh my God, such a brilliant,
Absolutely
underrated
brilliant.
movie.
Yeah, and what's that FedEx one? Oh, Castaway.
Castaway, which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Look, I didn't see the latest one, though, that takes place in the room. Home. But after watching this, I should give it a chance.
Yeah. I mean, look, Robert Zemeckis is one of those people that even when his stuff doesn't work, it's still interesting.
This is going to sound weird, but to me, he's like the pulp. To me, he's like the pop culture Coppola.
Yeah.
Because Coppola is the same kind of auteur that just does what he does, and sometimes it hits like gangbusters.
Yeah.
Some of the greatest films ever made.
He's always looking to push the medium in some way.
And some super duper stinks, but all the stinks are interesting.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm interested in even seeing this movie, because it's been very lukewarm for me with this one.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the CG, like aging and stuff. Like, it's weird.
It just seems gimmicky.
It's better, as evidenced in Back to the Future, when you add makeup. It's better.
Yes.
But I get it. But again, he wants to push the envelope. He's very similar to James Cameron in that, he just wants to push the medium of film as much as he can.
To the extent of entertainment. That's the thing about him, as he's one of the only, I'd say he, Spielberg, Lucas to some extent, but more as a producer than a director, they are auteur popcorn filmmakers.
Yeah, they get the fact that an audience is going to watch this movie, and they want that audience to enjoy this movie.
They want to keep recapturing the love that they had growing up watching movies. Zemeckis was a huge fan of monster movies and space movies and action movies.
Yeah.
And that all comes through, but he also, more so than a lot of filmmakers, understands that you cannot have a successful movie like this if there is no heart.
Yeah, completely.
And
Absolutely.
all of his movies has a deep, sweet beating heart.
Yeah, even in Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
Which you see the sweet beating heart.
You literally see it. But that has a sweet happy ending.
It does. It's a sweet ending. I don't know if I'd say happy ending.
Well, it's happy for Bruce, not so much for the gross old biddies.
For the evil The Evil Stepmothers. Yeah.
I can't wait to cover that movie.
Oh my God, I love that movie so much.
We'll have another Zemeckis month. But anyway, let's get into it. I'll talk about it all day.
Let's get into it. Yes, we got lots to talk about. Take yourself back to 1985.
Ooh.
June 15th, Studio Ghibli, an animation studio, is founded in Tokyo.
Nice, and there's a bunch of walking houses and stuff.
Yeah.
It was really weird because when they made the studio, it actually kept walking away.
Yeah.
Because they was like, why'd we put legs on it?
It was actually founded because the founder had a neighbor named Totoro, and he was like, I have to make a movie about you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's a weird place.
June 26th, the iconic U.S. Route 66 is officially decommissioned.
Aww.
Yeah.
No more getting your kicks on Route 66.
You can still drive it.
But you can't get your kicks.
There's definitely places where you shouldn't be driving on it.
Yes.
But you can't. There are still. I watched a great YouTube video where a guy traveled from Chicago all the way to California, just stopping at restaurants still on Route 66.
Oh, wow.
And number one, not very many.
Yeah, wow.
And number two, it was like just out of nowhere. Anyway, it was really interesting.
It's really crazy. I mean, that route was so popular, there was a TV show called Route 66 and a song called Route 66, which I don't know if was the theme of the TV show, but it was popular on the radio.
Should have been. Yeah. July 1st, Nick at Night, a nighttime program service with an emphasis on classic television reruns, is launched in the United States, being broadcast on the same channel as Nickelodeon.
Yeah, the boomers got to watch something when the kids go to sleep.
I know. It's just amazing to me that it was 1985 and they were just showing sitcoms from the 60s and the 70s.
Great. Yeah. It's a great place to watch Andy Griffith Show and...
I think it's the first time I ever saw Carol Burnett show was on Nick at Night. Yeah. They would do an hour or her hour thing, like 11 or something. And, yeah.
God, I love that show. Listen to our Carol Burnett episode from 1,000 years ago.
A long time ago.
I got to make a point.
Yeah.
This is the happiest take yourself back that we've had. No death, no blowing up space shuttles.
I got to be honest. Not a lot of I think I only mentioned one person that dies in this entire episode.
Good Lord. What's happening to you?
It'll all come in the next two episodes. It'll all come in those.
I thought, did you have a degrinching? Did
No.
Heart grow 3 sizes?
No. It's a joyous movie.
It is.
Yeah. July 3rd, Back to the Future is released in theaters. Oh, man, I love the score so much.
It's great.
So iconic. Back to the Future is from the minds of Robert Zemeckis and Bob Gale, or the two Bobs, as they like to be called.
Bop.
They don't actually like to be called that.
Okay.
Zemeckis decided he wanted to be a filmmaker after seeing Bonnie and Clyde, much to his parents' chagrin.
Yeah, I just actually saw him talking about that.
Yeah.
And he said he wanted to see it because of the action, but when he went to see it, when Gene Hackman's character gets shot in the head and he's dying in the field, it was the first time that he felt such an emotional connection.
Oh, interesting.
Because he got to really know these characters,
right.
and then
they died.
Then they died.
It was sad,
yeah, because he was a kid.
Yeah.
And he said that affected me so much.
Wow.
And it's one of his origin stories of being a filmmaker.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that's cool. He attended some classes at Northern Illinois University at DeKalb. He was from Chicago, and then applied to the USC Film School.
Nice.
They initially rejected him due to his average grades, but managed to talk his way into getting accepted.
You could do that back then.
Literally, he called them because he hadn't heard back, and they were like, no, yeah, you got rejected. And while he was on the phone with the person, he talked them into accepting him.
I kind of did that with BU.
Oh, really?
Because I was very shaky on getting in there, and they were... like, look, I don't think we could take you. And then I'm like, well, let me tell you why you should.
But you can.
And they did.
You will.
They did. I had to do like 2 years of, I think it was called Basic Studies or something.
Oh, really?
It got rid of all your requirements, but it was like
the classes all the athletes take?
Pretty much, dude. It was CBS. They would call it Coloring Book School or Charlie Brown School.
Yeah.
You know, we got a lot of shit for being the dumb people at BU. But hey, man, after I got done with that, film school all the way.
Yeah,
boom, baby.
So while Zemeckis was at USC, he met Bob Gale. Gale was a comic book nerd who dreamed of one day working for Walt Disney.
Nice.
Literally told his parents, one day I'm going to work for Walt Disney. And before he could, Walt Disney died.
Mom, Dad, I'm going to work for Walt Disney. Not if he dies.
Oh. What if he's dead? I'll work for his corpse.
You're a dream killer.
Zemeckis and Gale got their first taste of Hollywood by writing an episode of Kolchak, the Night Stalker, in 1975.
Listen to our Kolchak, the Night Stalker episode.
Yeah. Did we do a Kolchak episode?
Yeah. But we did the movie.
We did the movie, the pilot.
Yeah.
The TV movie. That's right. Not the series.
I don't think
we talked about the series.
we did,
but,
we did a Kolchak
We
episode.
we did the TV movie. Yeah,
Because of you love
the
it.
Night Stalker. Yeah, that's right, the Night Stalker. Yes, I love Kolchak, the Night Stalker.
And you can't even
Sorry,
remember.
we've done a lot of episodes. I don't remember things.
Well, I don't either.
The first feature in Zemeckis' directorial debut was in 1978 with I Want to Hold Your Hand, starring
Nancy Allen, Bobby DeCicco, Mark McClure, Susan Kendall Newman, Teresa Saldana, Eddie Deason, and Wendy Jo Sperber.
It was about a group of kids trying to get into the Ed Sullivan Show for the Beatles' first American TV appearance.
Yeah, Mark McClure and Sperber were both in Back to the Future.
They, we'll talk about them more later. They work with Zemeckis and Gale a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love loyal directors
Yeah.
that, and especially actors that aren't the stars, but they have
Yeah,
this
right.
stable of character actors.
Those will get a good performance,
Yes.
and you can rely on them and be like, I don't have to worry about this. Do your thing.
And as the actor, you're like, oh, Zemeckis is making a film? Good to expect a call.
Hey, I'm getting a phone call. Yeah. I Want to Hold Your Hand was also the first movie that Steven Spielberg executive produced.
Oh.
Spielberg wanted to work with Zemeckis after Zemeckis won a Student Academy Award for a short film he made during film school.
You know, Spielberg was all about helping dudes in film school. I really respect him for that, except for Brett Ratner. That's his one mistake.
yeah. Well,
but
hey.
he saw his...
Can't be right all the time.
Although, the film that Brett Ratner made about that child actor... Mason Reese,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
happened to Mason Reese,
Right.
was really
Really good. Yeah. Well,
and so I get
sometimes you peak early.
it. Well, he was hungry then. He wasn't all
Yeah.
full of strippers and
Well,
cocaine
he got lazy.
and sexual
Very lazy.
assault, I guess, allegedly.
I always like to imagine Steven Spielberg in the late 70s, early 80s, hanging out at USC like in a long jacket, just walking up to people and being like, I heard you go to film.
So you short film.
Do you want to come work for me?
Maybe, I don't know.
It's like, who are you? Get away from me.
Here's Spielberg again trolling the film school kids.
Because he did it so much.
Oh, yeah.
He did it so much. The movie received mostly positive reviews, but did not do well at the box office, earning $1.9 million against a $2.8 million budget.
Sorry.
Zemeckis later said,
One of the great memories of my life is going to the preview. I didn't know what to expect, but the audience just went wild. They were laughing and cheering, and it was just great. Then we learned a really sad lesson. Just because a movie worked with a preview audience doesn't mean anyone wanted to see it.
yeah, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. I mean, that happens. It's because, and most of the time I blame the marketing.
Yes. I mean, at that point, yes.
Yeah.
If the movie's testing well and then people don't see it, there has to be a reason.
And it's about the effing Beatles.
Yeah. Who's
You know?
not going to go see that? I mean, I'll grant, I still haven't seen this movie, so I have no idea if it's any good or not.
Well, there's also no real stars in it.
Yeah.
I mean, Nancy Allen was probably the biggest star.
Yeah. Spielberg, Zemeckis, and Gale tried again with the World War II comedy 1941, released in 1979. The ensemble cast includes
Dan Aykroyd, Ned Beatty, John Belushi, John Candy, Christopher Lee, Tim Matheson, Toshiro Mifune, Robert Stack, Nancy Allen, and Mickey Rourke in his film debut.
I had no idea Mickey Rourke was in that movie.
It's a really small part. That movie is so kinetic. It's just all over the place. That
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
is like a puppy running wild.
Yeah. It's with that kind of cast, it should be better than it is.
Well, they tried to make like a World War II version of Animal House or something.
Yeah.
And it was just too much. Too much going on.
Yeah,
Too many gags, too much. It was too much.
Right.
I think Spielberg learned a really big lesson on that movie.
Yeah.
Because it was his first flop.
Yeah. Well, but the funny thing is, it wasn't a flop.
What I mean.
I know. Spielberg actually directed this time around. The movie received mixed reviews, but did not do as well at the box office as Spielberg's previous films, which, noted, were Jaws and Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Well, look, I mean, he had a reputation.
Literally, Jaws made over $500 million, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind made almost $400 million. This movie only made $94.9 million against a $35 million budget.
Well, I think it was more of the critical.
I know. Look, it made money. The thing is that this is the first time in my memory where a movie made money, but they're like, not good enough.
Well, I also think it was less about the money back then. If I remember correctly, it was less about the money and more about the quality.
Yeah, the movie was just odd. It didn't hit with the audience.
It was
like,
meh. It was not,
Yeah.
like I said, just too much shit going on. You got Aykroyd in a tank, and you got Belushi in a fighter jet, and then you got Nancy Allen and the dude from Animal House running around at dance clubs and stuff. It's just
It's yeah.
It was manic. It was a manic movie.
So the three teamed up again with Used Cars in 1980, which Zemeckis also directed. It stars Kurt Russell, has a great supporting cast. Sadly, it would only make $12.7 million against an $8 million budget. Also, again, a movie that should have done better, but didn't.
Such a great movie.
It's become a cult classic.
No, it's because it's great.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell owned the 70s and 80s, man, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
And he's so good as a used car salesman.
Yeah.
Used car salesman. It was hilarious.
It's also better when he's a used car salesman.
Well, yeah. A lot of used Carls out there.
Yeah, you got to do something with them.
Carl Malone, Carl Weathers,
Carl.
Hot Carl.
Hot Carl. There you go. At this point, Zemeckis and Gale became known as writing...
Scripts that everyone thought were great, but somehow didn't translate into movies people wanted to see.
Yeah, they had 3 in a row that essentially were really good scripts, but just, for whatever reason, didn't hit.
It's odd. Filmmaking is such an interesting, difficult, and unpredictable medium. You know, it's a job because you can have the best script in the world, but what a great example is Stephen King. Mm-hmm. If you read a Stephen King book, it is so engrossing and so great, and the dialogue and the syntax and everything he uses works for the book. But if you have an actor trying to say some of the lines that he says, it sounds hokey.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it just doesn't translate.
Well, and it's and I think this is a testament to the fact that filmmaking is such a collaborative process. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't just include the people on the production.
Exactly.
But like the marketing team, like everything has to fall in place.
Well, I think Zemeckis probably learned on these movies exactly what you're saying, is that the collaboration is important. And I think that's why he brings back certain actors that he knows he's not going to have an issue with.
Right.
They're going to be, his workhorse examples.
Yeah.
If you foster an environment of collaboration where anybody could come up and give you an idea, you're going to have a very happy set. And a happy set can translate to a good movie, even if the script isn't that good. We've watched movies where it's Student Bodies, not a great movie, but the enthusiasm of the cast and the filmmakers.
They obviously had fun making it.
Yes, and so we had fun watching it.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So unfortunately, this led to both the two Bobs having a hard time finding work in the early 80s. I mean, there's literally about 4 years where none of them had anything produced.
Oh, man.
Neither of them had anything produced. They wrote some scripts, but nothing clicked and nothing was made. I think Hollywood was just... They were weary of greenlighting anything they were doing because they just didn't make money.
But it was also a transitory period in Hollywood. Yeah. From the kind of independent, devil may care, 70s way of filmmaking to more of a, blockbuster-centered, Star Wars, Jaws type of...
Yeah, we got to have tent poles and we got to have huge movies.
Exactly. And things have to make money. And, like 1941, saying that it's a flop, even though it doubled its...
Yeah, tripled, technically.
Tripled its, budget. It became a very tough business in the 80s because... And... pretty soulless too.
Yeah, it was. A lot of people were thrown to the side because, well, what are you doing for me now?
There are a lot of really mediocre movies from the 80s.
Oh yeah.
God, I was on YouTube yesterday, and there was a full movie. I forget the name of it, but it starred, I think, the Butabi brothers. Remember those two big? They were big in the 80s. They were these two idiot bodybuilding brothers with long kind of mullet.
Okay,
mullets.
Yeah, that sounds kind of familiar.
And so this movie, one of them's a cop, one of them's a burglar.
Oh God!
And both of them are horrible actors.
Wow, you've sold me. You sold me completely.
But instead, I watched probably 20 minutes of it before
really?
I'm like, okay, I'm out.
What am I doing?
But it's like that's what it was then.
Yeah,
it's like a gimmick. Okay, we have these two, the Barbarian Brothers. That's what they were called.
Yes. Okay. Now, yes, the Barbarian Brothers.
The Barbarian Brothers. So it was a gimmick. So they made this horrible movie, and poor Malcolm McDowell played the bad guy in it.
God, he was in everything. He would not say no to anybody.
He must have had a lot of debt.
We should get him on the show.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a seance.
Wait. Oh God, is he dead?
Malcolm McDowell?
Did he die?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was still alive.
No, he died like 20 years ago.
No, Malcolm McDowell?
Oh, Roddy McDowell. Shit. No. It was Roddy McDowell that played them, which is even sadder.
He's even sadder, yeah.
But because Roddy McDowell's dead. But no, Malcolm McDowell's... Apologies to the Malcolm McDowell family. Very much alive and still working a lot.
That's why I was so confused.
Yeah.
But yes, Roddy McDowell's very dead.
I get my McDowells mixed up sometimes.
Only one of them played Nape. It was around this time that Gale visited his parents back home and he found his father's high school yearbook. He wondered if he and his father would have been friends, thinking they probably wouldn't, but he could test out the theory if only he could time travel.
Somebody was smoking dope.
Probably. What is he going to do, hanging out with their parents?
Of course, he got super high, went up into the attic, and was like looking through crap. And
The one place he could smoke without him knowing. And he's like, what is all this?
Whoa. What if I went back in time and was friends with my dad, man? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So he presented the idea to Zemeckis, and they started a draft for a time travel movie.
Excellent.
In this early draft, Doc Brown was a professor and also a video pirate that sends Marty back in time to accidentally interrupt his parents' meeting.
Ooh, I bet the studios would love the video piracy aspect.
Literally, there's a whole scene where they were selling VHSs to people on the street.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Columbia Pictures showed interest, so they kept writing. Some other differences in the early drafts: the time machine was attached to the back of a truck.
Okay.
Marty gets back to the future by pouring Coca-Cola in the time machine and driving it into a nuclear explosion.
That's a little overly complicated.
Wow, that will be easy to film.
And what? Okay.
I know. There's so many more questions.
He was still smoking dope on that first draft, I think.
Probably, yeah. Marty's actions Marty's actions in the past changed in 1985 to make it much more advanced. They had whole scenes where everything was powered by Coca-Cola, not cocaine.
Somebody wanted
Coca-Cola. Maybe he was doing Coke. That's why he was.
Somebody wanted some serious product placement money.
Marty's dad becomes a boxer because of his knockout punch on Biff.
Sweet.
Rather than a
Author.
I mean, I want to see Crispin Glover being a boxer.
It's weird that Crispin Glover, his first book comes out.
Well, the thing is, he's successful in other things, apparently.
Oh.
I mean, that's what I gathered from this last viewing. I was like, well, because I thought that myself. It was like, well, how is he successful if he's just now a novelist? And I think that he was a businessman who's like, finally, I'm going to do my dream of writing.
I wanted to see a movie about Crispin Glover's character after the change, because I've never seen him act that way.
Yeah.
Like so normal and confident.
Yeah.
Like
He was great.
I hate to say it, but like a normal human being.
Like a person?
Yes.
Yeah.
He is so goddamn good, dude.
He's so fascinating.
And those shots, he's got his eyes are some of the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
They're like
yeah.
this green blue.
He's a very handsome man.
Definitely.
He's the kind of guy that I'd be like,
Nice.
So, sadly, Columbia decided not to move forward with the film, saying that comedies at the time were more raunchy in body, like Animal House, and that their script wouldn't play well. The irony is it was rejected more than 40 times.
Oh, wow.
From various places. Most of them saying it needs to be more like Animal House or Porky's. The one studio that turned them down that didn't say that was Disney, saying that it was too lewd and that no one would buy the fact that a mom and a son trying to make out was acceptable.
Wow.
So they literally were like, because of that scene, they were like, no, we're not doing this.
The horrified look on her face after they kiss is so good.
Also, plot point in that vein, how does she know what kissing her brother is like? But they both Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis went on record saying, like, we understand that it's kind of gross that, like, she tries to sleep with her son. I mean, obviously, she doesn't know it's her son.
Right.
But he's like, when we were writing, they just assumed that people would be so into it, they would just let it go. And just not
that's
bother.
true.
Which, I mean, people just kind of gloss over it, and it's like, all right.
It's also a testament to Lea Thompson's performance. She's just so good. She's so different. Both of Glover and Thompson are great at the switch of the older and the younger. And somebody so young doing a good job of playing a middle-aged woman, that's not easy.
Well, and that whole scene in the car, playing off Michael J. Fox, who acted perfectly, of like, please God, don't kiss me. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yes.
Like, it was great. I mean, it worked out really well.
There was a lot of chemistry, but it was also it worked. It worked again because of the actors, but it also wasn't gross. You know what I mean?
No,
it wasn't overly.
I was fully confident that Michael J. Fox, if he had to, he was going to buzz out of that car and be like, I guess I'm stuck here forever. Whatever.
I think he was prepared to go to third base. If needed.
It's like that moment when he's sitting on the bed and he's like, where are my pants? He was like, in his mind, he was like, well, should I? No. It's so gross.
Not technically my mom yet.
She's so ma. Like, so perfect. God, it's so perfect.
He is brilliant.
He's so brilliant.
He's truly one of the greatest comedic actors of all
yeah,
time.
Yeah, so brilliant. This whole time, while the script's getting rejected over and over and over again, Zemeckis would be handpicked by Michael Douglas to direct Romancing the Stone.
Oh, nice.
For whatever reason, and I tried to find like what Michael Douglas saw that he was like, oh, I got to get Zemeckis to direct this.
Yeah.
Maybe he was a fan of used cars or
maybe
the
they
Beatles
knew each
movie.
other.
But he hadn't worked in like 4 years.
Yeah.
So like, done serious work. I'm sure they were getting paid for doing scripts and stuff.
Yeah.
But so yeah, he got handpicked by Michael Douglas. So literally, Michael Douglas is the reason that Back to the Future exists at all.
Well, Michael Douglas was a great producer.
Yes,
He produced One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, won an Oscar for that.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Not only an actor, but a really great eye for projects and
Yes.
putting stuff together.
Yes.
Romancing the Stone.
Oh, so good.
Amazing movie.
So good.
So, I think he just had that eye, and probably, maybe the night before he caught used cars on TV or something.
He was like, I got to do Zemeckis.
That's good.
I think it was the mix of the right kind of comedy that he wanted, mixed with the action. So Zemeckis was also tapped to direct Cocoon, but when the producers of that film saw a rough cut of Romancing the Stone, they fired him from the project.
What?
They thought that the rough cut of Romancing the Stone was so bad that they fired him.
Oh, man, this just shows how stupid executives are.
Yeah, that's going to be an ongoing theme in this entire episode.
Hey, guys.
No.
Long time no talk.
Yeah.
It's, Bob, the executive.
Did you fire Zemeckis?
Look, we wanted to make an old person's movie about, old people. And he was way too entertaining.
Yeah. Oh,
way
yeah.
too entertaining.
He was too good.
Yep.
To be honest, I don't even know who directed Cocoon.
Me neither. We just wanted to write off.
Was it?
It was Ron Howard.
It was Ron Howard. I was going to say it was Opie.
Yep. It was Opie.
It was Opie. Yeah.
Get out of here, Bob. We're done with you.
Yeah. We're go back. I hear your kids.
Congratulations on almost 2
Oh, someone's trying to sell them crack.
Good. Bob, you suck.
Such a dork. So, despite no one having any faith in Zemeckis, Romancing the Stone became a sleeper hit, earning $115.1 million against a $10 million budget.
That movie came out of nowhere.
It definitely did. Everyone expected it to do maybe 30.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be okay. But it was huge.
It was kind of this comic adventure Indiana Jones type of deal.
So good.
Yeah.
It hits on every moment hits perfectly.
Well, again, casting.
Yeah.
The trio of Douglas, Turner, and DeVito.
Yeah.
It worked so well. And I know in the first one, DeVito's kind of the bad guy.
Yeah. But he's still, but it works.
But he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And the chemistry between the two leads was impeccable.
So amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
And Kathleen Turner, such a great actor, and Michael Douglas too. They were.
It's so good, so good. It's a good fish out of water.
Yeah.
Like it's a great script. It was brilliantly directed. We're going to cover it at some point.
Yeah, we will. We have to do a Zemeckis month, and we'll do all the great movies.
This was another one that was on TV all the time when I was young, and so and I'm sure that's part of it. But it is a good movie.
And the Billy Ocean videos.
Oh man, Billy Ocean! God, I love Billy Ocean.
With the three of them in white suits.
God, I
remember
saw
them dancing around.
Of him recently, and his hair is all white now. It's really, he looks fascinating.
Billy Ocean?
Yeah.
So he's Billy Ghostchen now?
Yes. So, due to the success of Romancing the Stone, Hollywood came calling, but Zemeckis stuck to the one person that stood behind him the whole time that everyone was rejecting Back to the Future, Steven Spielberg, and his new production company, Amblin Entertainment.
Nice.
Universal, now headed by the exec who initially liked the project at Columbia, signed on to distribute the film. The execs there tried making a number of changes, but Spielberg was a good screen and deflected most of the notes.
That's what you need. That's why I think Spielberg is such a great producer, is because he protects his filmmakers.
It was really funny because he was the reason, the Columbia guy who initially liked the script but then rejected it, was the head of Universal, and Spielberg knew that Zemeckis and Gale were not a fan of his, so he was like, you can't head this movie. And so they had Sidney Sheinberg do it.
Nice.
And Sidney Sheinberg gave some pretty good notes, but some of them were ridiculous. Like, he hated the title, Back to the Future. I don't remember what else he wanted to call it. But Zemeckis and Gale were like, this is awful. We can't take this note.
Listen, Back to the Future. Awful title. I want you to call it The Time I Almost Effed My Mom.
It was something like time travel machine or something. It was something generic and bad. But the thing is that they knew that they had to reject the note.
Yeah.
But they were so afraid of offending Sidney Sheinberg.
Yeah.
So they asked Spielberg, and Spielberg literally just wrote a note to Sidney Sheinberg saying, that was a really funny joke. Thanks. Keep them coming. And knowing that Sheinberg would never bring it up again. Just played him completely.
He is not only an amazing filmmaker, but a great producer and really knows how to navigate this business.
Yes. Brilliant, man.
Yeah.
So after the third draft was completed in 1984, they set about casting. And this is going to be weird because we're literally not going to talk about Michael J. Fox at all in this episode.
What?
But I think if it wasn't for who they originally cast, I don't think this movie would be what it is now.
Yeah, I agree.
I think having to we'll talk about it more. Fox was Zemeckis and Gale's first choice for Marty. They liked his comic timing and Family Ties, so they sent the script to the show's producer, Family Ties producer, to have Fox read it. The producer was so concerned that if Fox got the part, that he would leave Family Ties and the show would suffer, that he just never gave the script to Michael J. Fox.
It's a dick move, but I also get it. Michael J. Fox was so popular.
I think it was like the third season of the show, and like it was gaining momentum, and it was like, I don't want to ruin this good thing.
Everybody loved Michael J. Fox, and they knew that Michael J. Fox was the rare dodo bird, baby, where it's a horrible
where he eventually died?
He was extinct. No, he was the rare gem that they knew that as soon as he made a movie, he'd be a movie star.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't an if, it was a when. So they were probably super like,
no. We're gonna have like 5 or 6 more seasons. It's
He was so good on that show. I mean, it's an iconic character.
Yeah, so good.
Michael P. Keaton.
Alex P. Keaton.
Michael P. Fox.
Keaton. Michael P. Alex P. Keaton. Yeah.
Yes.
So others that were considered for the part, since Fox, to their knowledge, said no, were
John Cusack, C. Thomas Howell, Johnny Depp, Ralph Macchio, Charlie Sheen, John Cryer, Ben Stiller, Peter DeLuise, Billy Zane, George Newbern, Robert Downey Jr., Christopher Collette, Matthew Modine, and Corey Hart, who wears his sunglasses at night, but he declined the audition.
It's funny. They saw so many people that Bob Gale was going back through his notes and realized that they had auditioned Johnny Depp, and he didn't remember doing it.
Well, I don't think Depp would be right for the part.
No.
I did. Okay, so I saw the auditions with C. Thomas Howell, who was great.
Yeah.
Who I think could have played the part. Like, I think it would have been different. He would have been a lot more innocent.
Yeah.
But I think he could have done it. I saw John Cryer, who was pretty good.
He would have worked.
Because the whole audition process was with Lea Thompson and doing the car scene.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So you could, I mean, that's the perfect scene to audition for somebody for this. Ben Stiller, he was still pretty green. And he was so goofy looking back then. He looked like a monkey.
Giant head.
He looked in those ears weird. Too. He just looked like a capuchin monkey.
His head was like an upside down pyramid. It was so weird.
Yeah, he grew into his face.
He grew to be much more attractive.
And but I did see Peter DeLuise and Billy Zane auditioning for Biff.
Yeah.
And DeLuise was good, but Zane was just not on it. But I did think C. Thomas Howell was good. John Cryer was good.
Well, they thought that C. Thomas Howell was good too, and they actually cast him for 2 weeks. He was rehearsing for a couple of weeks. But then the movie Mask came out, and the Universal execs were like, you have to hire Eric Stoltz.
Hire Pony Boy and get Mask Boy.
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
Wait. He doesn't look like that in real life, does he? No, it's makeup. Okay, then cast him.
The exec, which it was Sidney Sheinberg, he promised that if Stoltz didn't work out, they could reshoot what they needed. But they wanted to use him so bad.
I get trying to, draft off of the success of whatever movie. Yeah. But, I mean, you watch Mask and you think Marty McFly?
When I think of a double feature, I think of Back to the Future and Mask.
Look, his performance in Mask is brilliant.
He's great in it.
That
movie's phenomenal.
Amazing. Laura Dern, everybody in that movie is...
Isn't Cher in it?
Cher
plays his mom.
Cher plays his mom, and then Mr. Johnny Mustache.
Oh, yeah, the Johnny Mustache.
From Frogs.
Johnny Mustache from Frogs.
Not Chris Elliott. Sam Elliott. Thank you.
Chris Elliott. That's right. Chris Elliott. Chris Elliott from Frogs, also known as Mr. Mustache.
Yes, it is a great movie. And
it's a great movie, but I would never watch that and go, we should get him in a comedy.
In a very specific type of comedy, too, where it's very physical and very reactionary, and you need somebody like Michael J. Fox, who's so good at being clumsy and reacting without being obnoxious about it. Like,
but still being very charming.
and real.
Yeah, very charismatic.
That's why I say there's nobody like him, especially physical comedy, the way
Yeah.
he just kind of flops and falls. It's the difference between he and McSteamy, with him flopping and flooping and flowing his jacket.
Not
and
doing really well.
everything he does is the wrong choice.
Yeah.
But Michael J. Fox, it's a grace, it's ballet, it's dance.
Yeah.
He the way he can control his body, just putting on his pants and falling on his face.
Falling
so
down was
funny.
hilarious. It was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Sidney Scheiburn must have been pushing him really hard to get Stoltz, so Zemeckis agreed because they were going to start shooting in like a month.
Well, thank God he said the thing about being able to reshoot.
Yes.
Because being stuck with him sounds like it would have just ruined the movie.
Yeah. So due to a tight schedule, editing was happening at the same time as shooting, leading to Zemeckis reviewing dailies, and he was not happy with the intense, serious tone that Stoltz was playing, rather than the screwball energy they thought that the film needed.
There's a story that's told that after the script reading, the initial script reading, everybody's laughing and saying, "Oh, it's a funny movie. It's great. It's amazing."
Right.
And then Stoltz says, "Oh, it's a tragedy, man."
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's like, it's a tragedy, man. I mean, this guy goes back and, he meets his parents and he tries to fix everything. But when he comes back, it's not like their relationships and everything have changed and gotten better. It's just that they have stuff and that they're rich. I mean, it's a tragedy, man.
I would completely disagree with that.
Look, I would too. I get what he and Crispin Glover kind of said, but that was the 80s too.
Yeah.
But it's not just the stuff. Like, I mean,
it wasn't the stuff that was making them happy.
it was the fact that they were different people.
It was the fact that he had confidence, and that he was able to keep that confidence going.
Strong parents make strong kids. And if you're a 16-year-old kid about to get laid and you see a beautiful black truck in the thing, in the garage, you're gonna lose your mind to be happy.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of mixed
It was
on that.
the thing that he wanted.
Yes.
I mean, that was
It's a movie. It's not. This is the problem. It's not Brecht.
never once in the 30 years I've been watching this movie have I looked 40 years, and have I looked back and gone, man, this movie is so materialistic.
Well, it is, but it's also the 80s.
But it had heart, and it wasn't about the stuff.
And here's the thing, and you made this point yesterday that this is a really good point. They're in the same damn house. It's not like they're in some giant mansion.
No.
Or,
It's just they're doing a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay.
What kind of businessman lives at home, by the way? Looking at you, Dave McFly.
Dave McFly. Yeah, I know.
And Wendy Jo Sperber turned into a
Maybe they
whore.
just come over for breakfast in the morning.
I got so many boyfriends. She's a whore.
Maybe
They're all her
they live in the
boyfriends.
house next door.
Yeah, maybe.
After they found out that their mom tried to sleep with their brother, they decided to hook up together and live in the house next door.
Could you imagine? The mom's like, "Wow, Marty, you're looking good."
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I'm really attracted to you now.
Nope.
You remind me of somebody I really liked as a young girl.
Yeah. Okay. Gross.
That was the original sequel.
So nobody was really happy with Stoltz on set. He refused to break character during filming, refusing to even answer to his own name, which led to arguments with a lot of the other actors.
This drives me nuts. It drives me, especially on a movie like this.
Yeah.
It
doesn't, you don't need to do this on a movie like this.
If you're making a comedy, this is automatically making you an a-hole.
Yeah.
To 80% of the people on set.
Yeah.
Because you're putting yourself above everybody else, making yourself more important, and you're saying everybody needs to accommodate my bullshit process.
Yeah.
And, and we'll keep going because there's something else that really bothers me.
During a scene with Wilson, during the cafeteria scene, he used all his power to push him down rather than acting. Some reports say that he almost broke his collarbone a couple times because he was pushing him so hard. Despite Wilson asking him to tone it down, Stoltz did not. Wilson was hoping to get his revenge on Stoltz during the parking lot scene at the end of the movie, where he could punch him in the stomach.
Nice. Look, Wilson's a big dude, so he must have been hitting him hard. Well, and that's not acting.
And it's Stoltz is much taller than Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, but he was a spindly little guy.
I know, but I'm just saying, and because that also affected a bunch of stuff in the movie.
Yeah.
But Thomas F. Wilson is a big dude.
Yeah.
He is an imposing character.
Well, and it's bullshit. And look, I'm going to give Stoltz a little bit of grace because he's a young actor, and young actors act like dicks, and and you think you know everything. It's fun to listen to Ethan Hawke talk about what a kind of a dick he was back in the day, and how and I think as the hubris of youth, I was much more of a dick, because you want to be like, oh, I'm going to be the best actor ever, and everything has to be real, and I have to feel real things.
And then
you're like, no, man. The truth is, things are stylized for a reason. If you were, especially in a stylized comedy, if you're full on method and just being straight, whatever, it's not going to work.
No.
Not going to work.
No, not at all.
You're in a different movie.
The only time Stoltz ever broke character while on set was to flirt with Lea Thompson.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder if they ever dated.
No. They were, I mean...
Because they were in that...
they were, yeah, they
were
knew
a
each
couple
other. I mean,
movies
they knew each other, yeah.
They were in that horrible John Hughes movie.
The one later, yeah, Some Kind of Wonderful.
Yes!
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I love Elias Koteas in that.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, well, you know, broken clock.
That movie is, again, one of the worst messages of any movie ever.
Yeah. At wit's end, and with Spielberg telling them that if they didn't have a replacement, the production would most likely be canceled, Zemeckis and Gale called up the Family Tie producer again, willing to do whatever it took to work around Fox's schedule on the show.
It's Family Ties.
Did I say? Oh, Family Tie. Yeah.
It's not
Family
Thailand.
Ties.
That's what it's called in Thailand.
Family Tie.
Yes.
Yeah. The producer came clean, saying he never actually gave the script to Fox, and when approached, Fox agreed to star in the film without ever reading the script.
Of course, it's Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Of course he did.
Yeah. And good for the producer for being like, look, man, I had to protect my own ass.
Yeah.
And whatever. And the only reason that he would allow, it sounds so awful, but allow Fox to take the movie was that they could not, he was like, I'm not changing the schedule for the Family Ties production at all.
Well, that's kind of a dick move.
Well, and then they did it. I mean,
they worked around it, but it's still, that's a dick power move.
Yes.
And Michael J. Fox was kind of a pawn in that bullshit. And that's why, you know.
And we'll talk about it more in the next week with
Yeah.
part 2 because it becomes a much bigger factor. But there's also stuff like he couldn't do any press for this movie because he was shooting Family Ties stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was out in London. They did a Family Ties London thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he was out there and he missed all of the marketing. Like they couldn't use him for anything.
I kind of think that they were trying to sabotage the movie a little bit because they knew that if he got to be a big star,
yeah,
contract, you know,
the best character in the show would be gone
or unaffordable, you know, or his rate would go so far.
The other thing, and I didn't include this, but I think part of the reason why he didn't give him the script was because Meredith Baxter was out on maternity leave, so there was a character already gone from the show, and so he was like, we can't lose 2 characters, and then like, what's the show going to be?
The show didn't get great until Brian Bonsall got on.
Sure. So the movie had to keep, even though they were replacing Stoltz, they had to keep shooting to stay on schedule, knowing that he was going to get fired. So they literally were shooting scenes. Like, the crew knew because they were shooting scenes that he was in, but they wouldn't get coverage for him.
That is so... Look, as much as whatever his attitude was and stuff, there is nothing worse than being fired. I don't know what's worse, being fired then or than seeing the success of the movie.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Eric Stoltz seeing the movie was like, I was not the right guy.
Yeah, I would do terrible at
Yes.
this.
It would not have been successful with Eric Stoltz.
When Zemeckis finally did tell him, Zemeckis said,
The hardest meeting I've ever had in my life, and it was all my fault. I broke his heart.
yeah. Stoltz apparently wasn't even sure why he was on the film. He would tell the makeup artist that he wasn't a comedian.
And they were like, yeah.
Why am I here?
They're like, we're wondering the same thing, Eric.
Now to their credit, he was paid in full. He got his full salary, and the production did have to reshoot about 34 days worth of scenes that cost around $4 million.
The crew was super psyched because they got extra work.
Yeah, I mean they were in an extra month of work.
An extra month of work.
And to be honest, he was the one like sore thumb that kind of stuck out, and like nobody was really happy he was on the movie.
When there's one person, I've done enough plays and movies to know that if there is one person, one person can ruin the entire project.
Yeah,
for everybody.
Yeah, despite it being amazing, you're not going to have a good time on it.
That happened to me in a play. There was a guy that was so interminable. It got to the point, because I never yell at actors in front of other actors. I'd never try to do that, because I think losing your cool on set, I've done it a couple of times, but losing your cool on set is just not cool. Cool. This gentleman was just so bad, and then he was sick, and then So it got to the point where I'm like, excuse me, and so I went outside. I punched this cover for a fuse box to get my aggression out, and then went back in, and then fired him.
Yeah.
And then found somebody. Almost fired him.
I did. I had to do that once on a Christmas show of all things.
Yeah.
The dude was just out of control,
Yeah.
and there was a point where he unscripted, slapped a hat off my head,
Yeah.
and I stopped the scene, and I got up, and I took the writer and director out, and I said, I'm going to fire him now. And I walked in and fired him, and he got so mad.
Yeah.
But I was like, I can't, like, if you're willing to do that to me, like, there's other people here that are not gonna handle that.
We're doing bullshit free 50-seat theater.
Yeah,
We're not going to
yeah.
put up with your attitude.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, I will find somebody else.
I'll do it
Don't
myself.
Worry. Yeah. So we'll go talk about more Michael J. Fox next week because this is otherwise this entire month it's going to be 14 hours worth of Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christopher Lloyd was cast as Emmett Doc Brown.
Oh, Doc Brown.
Lloyd was not the first choice for Doc Brown.
What?
Those that got approached include
Jeff Goldblum, John Lithgow, Dudley Moore, Ron Silver, Robin Williams, John Cleese, Mandy Patinkin, Gene Hackman, James Woods, and Mark Mothersbaugh.
Yeah, why they keep asking random like musicians? I don't understand.
Is that
He's the Mark Mothersbaugh is the one of the guys from Oingo Boingo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I totally forgot.
he does
yeah.
like scores now.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff. Yeah. Like I mean, it's like why? Anyway,
I think Gene Hackman would have been a really great choice. I think
Gene
he
Hackman would have been really interesting.
Yeah.
Lithgow would have been really interesting.
Lithgow would have been perfect too.
And I could see John Cleese doing it.
John Cleese, 100%.
Yeah.
Ron
Yeah.
Silver, no. Jeff Goldblum, no. He's too young and too weird.
Yeah.
And Robin Williams, good God, it would have been the most interminable movie ever
And
made.
the movie would have been 4 hours longer.
Time,
going back.
reference. Shakespeare.
One of the producers, Neil Canton, suggested John Lithgow, having worked with him and Christopher Lloyd on Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, listen to our Buckaroo Banzai episode.
Lithgow, unfortunately, was unavailable, but so the role was offered to Christopher Lloyd. He was actually reluctant to join the production until a friend or his wife, depending on the source that you're reading, encouraged him to take the part.
I don't want to do it.
You should take it.
All right, I'll do it.
He was very impressionable. Throughout the movie, the 6'1" Lloyd would hunch over to be closer to Fox, who stood at 5'5" tall.
That was also something great. The fact that Fox was so small made him an even more likable character.
I did not realize how small he was, or the fact that Lloyd was always hunching over until this screening.
Same.
And like the whole bit in the it was most obvious when they were in the school, and suddenly it was just like he's way bent over.
Well, my favorite short Michael J. Fox shot is when Biff stands up and it's you just see his little eyes.
over the. He's like, "Arr." It was so great. But that was also, and this is a total aside speed bump, but
Yeah.
this was also part of the reason they had to change a bunch of stuff because he was so short.
Yeah.
There was a whole sequence scene where he was supposed to be teaching his dad how to box.
Yeah.
But literally, Michael J. Fox couldn't reach the punching thing, so they cut the scene entirely.
Yeah. The greatest was when they made, in Teen Wolf, when they made Michael J. Fox a basketball player.
Oh, yeah.
Great basketball.
They hired a bunch of little people to play his teammates.
It's like, Muggsy Bogues, wasn't he?
Muggsy Bogues, yeah.
Muggsy Bogues was
He was
a little guy.
5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can happen.
I know.
I'm just arguing with myself, by the way.
Lloyd's feature film debut was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest in 1975, directed by Milos Forman, based on the Ken Kesey novel, starring Jack Nicholson.
Amazing movie.
Produced by
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, who won an Oscar.
Yeah. And Stephen Dorff or Brad Dorff? Who's the Chucky guy?
Brad Dourif.
Brad Dourif. Brad Dourif is so good as
Yeah.
Stuttering Bob or whatever. I forget his
That
name.
movie's amazing. Absolutely.
It is so, and Danny DeVito's in that movie too.
so good.
So good. And Christopher Lloyd, it's so easy to make people in an insane asylum super goof.
Yeah.
It's a really tough
Yeah.
rope to
No,
cross.
it's a very
you know?
thin line.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, yeah.
But Lloyd did a great job. And you would think that Lloyd, watching his subsequent performances, I'm a crazy guy.
Oh, he easily could have fallen into the, yeah.
But he was so believable that I thought that he and Danny DeVito were both actually they were
like crazy.
Yeah. Well, they were like in an institution.
Wow. Yeah.
I was young.
Yeah, well, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, Lloyd was cast as Reverend Jim Ignatowski in 1978 in the sitcom Taxi, appearing in 84 episodes over 5 seasons.
He was so great. That's one of the greatest sitcoms ever.
Yeah.
But his Jim Ignatowski, the greatest episodes are with him. I'm not going to do it again, but I always talk about the
Yeah.
the yellow light.
Yeah, yeah.
What's a yellow light? Slow down. What is? But there's also this people are eating brownies, pot brownies,
Yeah.
and he takes the brownies like, Colombian, 1974, south side of He was just so great. And there was like, one thing I love about characters like that is he is so iconic as this crazy guy.
Yeah.
But they also had episode where they showed him before he became Reverend Jim.
Yeah.
Where he first had drugs. Yeah. I don't want any drugs. You know, he's a very guy.
Yeah.
Die on his. And as soon as he took it, it was just
It just changed.
flipped the switch.
Nice.
It's such a great character.
He would actually win 2 consecutive Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series Emmys for the final 2 seasons of the show.
He should have won them all.
Yeah. Other movies he appeared in before Back to the Future include Mr. Mom, To Be or Not to Be, Star Trek III: The Search for Spock, and The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension.
So weird to see him as a Klingon
Yeah.
in Search
Yeah.
for Spock. But he was great.
Yeah. We're going to talk more about Christopher Lloyd next week.
Great Scott.
Lea Thompson was cast as Lorraine Baines McFly.
Oh, I had such a crush on her when I was a kid.
So cute.
So in love with her.
Thompson made her feature film debut in Jaws 3D in 1983.
Ugh.
It's funny because when she got cast, she claimed that she'd been to a bunch of other movies and she hadn't.
Nice.
She also claimed that she could water ski and she couldn't.
Well, that's like actors on their resume. We have a special skills section.
Yeah.
And that is the most bullshit section of anything ever written.
I can horseback ride.
Yeah.
I've touched a horse once.
I'm an archer. I could shoot a bow from a horse, of course.
I've watched the Olympics.
I've been to space.
In 1990, that same year, she was also in All the Right Moves, starring Tom Cruise.
Great. I really like that movie.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen it.
That's Tom Cruise. It's like Pennsylvania,
He's playing a football player.
Yeah, it's like a factory town.
Right.
In Penn. And the only way out is through football. And the coach is a total a-hole.
Of course.
And Lea Thompson's his wonderful girlfriend.
In 1984, she was in Red Dawn and The Wildlife, which co-starred Eric Stoltz. It was while the producers were doing research on Stoltz that they saw Thompson and decided she'd be perfect for Lorraine.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. It took 3 hours in a makeup chair to turn the 23-year-old Thompson into 47-year-old Lorraine.
It seemed like they cast her pretty quickly because she was reading with all these dudes.
Yeah. I think that they knew early on. Yeah.
What? If it ain't broke.
Yeah. In order to prepare for their final scene as a happily married couple, Crispin Glover invited Thompson over to his apartment to help him paint a volcano on his wall.
I love him so much.
Glover's entire apartment was painted black.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
His apartment is his house now.
Yeah.
Is so cool. It's like the Munsters mansion meets the Addams family. Meets Tim Burton.
He is very eccentric.
But I love it.
It's amazing.
I love his style, his suits. I just think the guy is such a unique and interesting individual.
Oh, yeah.
Love to have dinner with him.
Although Thompson found it somewhat unorthodox, she later agreed that their painting together ultimately achieved its goal to help them bond. Because Lea Thompson is an amazing person.
It just seems like such a nice person.
Yeah. Thompson kept the dress she wore during the Enchantment Under the Sea dance, and she has it in her possession to this day.
Nice.
Her daughter, Zoe Deutsch, revealed that she once took the dress and wore it for Halloween after she got in trouble for it.
You busted, Deutsch.
Yeah.
You're in trouble, Deutsch.
Like
You're granted.
That's literally a piece of history, and you're wearing it out for Halloween.
Her daughter is a very pretty young actress. It doesn't matter if she's pretty, but she's a very good actress.
She's talented, yeah.
Leah and her have actually done stuff together. I haven't seen it, but I'd like to.
Yeah. More on Lea Thompson next week.
Nice. Next week. Oh, we're all
it's going to be
bated breath,
a
baby.
lot of stuff next week. Crispin Glover was cast as George McFly.
Get your damn hands off her.
Glover's first film role was in My Tutor in 1983, just a year after he graduated high school.
Nice.
Yeah. He followed those up with Teachers and Friday the 13th, the final chapter in 1984.
Cool.
Back to the Future was his breakout role, but it came with some odd caveats. Glover used a lot of his own mannerisms to embody George McFly. He wasn't doing a lot of acting.
George McFly's physicality is the most awkward, but perfectly awkward performance.
That opening sequence where he's at dinner when they're all like Lea Thompson's just getting drunk and they're watching old Jackie Gleason.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, it's so like can you imagine living with that for your entire life?
No.
God.
And he just doesn't care. It's that one point when she says something He's like, I don't even know what she said, but right, George? He's like, what, Lorraine? It was just, they were so unhappy at the beginning, and you could totally feel it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't played melodramatically. It was so organic.
Yeah,
It wasn't
yeah.
like they were screaming at each other.
No, it was just that they both had they both settled that this was it for the rest of their lives.
And that's the thing. I know people say that, the beginning was a little long. Everything in the beginning served the movie so well. And also, everything in the beginning got paid off by the
Yes, it had a lot of good foreshadowing.
Yes.
Yeah. He was also very nervous during filming. Sometimes it would be so severe that he had to silently mouth his lines with his voice being dubbed in later during post-production.
Weird.
Yeah, he was super nervous. I think he was just super nervous.
I get it,
You can
man.
kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah.
Like there's some times where he's like, it's like, oh, okay.
It works for the character.
It totally does.
He's such a scared little guy. I mean, the thing about George McFly is he's not so much a nerd or a dweeb or gross or anything. He's just a naive kid who doesn't have a lot of experience with girls.
Right.
Likes writing his science fiction stories and gets bullied and just kind of wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
He's every kid, pretty much.
He based his performance as 47-year-old George in the early part of the film on Jack Nance's portrayal of Henry Spencer in Eraserhead.
That totally makes sense now that I'm thinking about it.
While filming George's writing scene in 1955, Crispin attempted to have the scene shot with his hair standing straight up like that of Henry Spencer.
Oh.
When Robert Zemeckis rejected the idea, saying it would not match what was shot the previous day, Crispin allegedly replied,
Brando never matched.
okay.
Well, you're not Brando, Crispin.
He was so weird. But despite all of these quirks and despite everything he did, Thompson and most of the crew, and even Zemeckis himself, thought that Glover was the best comedic actor in the movie.
I agree. I 100% agree because his timing, everything about his performance, it sounds weird, but it's a mix of calculated and natural.
Yeah, yeah.
That it's the calculation becomes natural because it seems like that's just the way the guy acts in his life, And it seems stylized, but it works.
The sequence, a perfect example of this is the sequence where Marty is back in 1955 and at the malt shop and realizes that it's his dad, and he's staring at him, and you see him getting so nervous of like, why is this kid staring at me? What is going on? And then finally he's just like, what? And it's not like he freaks out at him. He's just like, what the hell, man?
Because George McFly, whenever he gets attention, he gets bullied, or it's so he tries to stay in the corner.
Yeah, he's like, but it's just played so perfectly,
amazingly,
perfectly.
The chemistry, not just between he and Lea Thompson, but the chemistry between him and Michael J. Fox, is so good,
so good.
And the scenes with he and Biff. Jesus, man. It is so true to life. Like the bullying.
Yeah.
It is so good.
Yeah. And the fact that he was so comfortable with the bullying.
Well, yeah.
Like that was so brilliant.
Especially when he was older.
Yeah.
When he comes in, he's like, McFly, you didn't tell me that your car had a blind spot. I should sue you.
Yeah.
I didn't see any
didn't have a
blind
blind
spots,
spot,
Biff.
You call me a liar?
Biff, I wouldn't do that.
It's like he just accepts that this is the role he has to play.
Yes, well, that's the thing. That's where they're at, is the McFlys have accepted their life as miserable, and this is just what it is.
But even back in the malt shop in 55, like, about him doing his homework.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, it is so spot on of what a bully relationship is like.
McFly, what if I turn in my stuff with your writing? I get in trouble. You don't want that? You don't want me to get at school, do you, McFly?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of, yeah. So, a lot more on Glover next week. We have a lot more to talk about with him in part 2.
Which is sad. Which is super sad.
Yeah. And really, it's really disappointing.
That's one of my biggest bummers about that movie, man.
I know. It's weird. It's super weird.
They did him dirty.
They did.
They 100% did him dirty. And I 100% agree with him. Everything that he did about suing, everything he did, I'm on his side.
We'll talk about it next week. Thomas F. Wilson was cast as Biff Tannen.
Hey, butthead.
Wilson's feature film debut was in Ninja Turf earlier in the year before Back to the Future came out.
Amazing movie.
Ninja Turf, yeah. Peter DeLuise, Billy Zane, Tim Robbins, and J.J. Cohen were all auditioned for the part of Biff.
I saw the Billy Zane and Peter DeLuise.
It's funny because both Zane and Cohen would end up being cast as members of Biff's gang. We'll talk about them in a little bit. I didn't know who J.J. Cohen was, but realized now after that he was actually in the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they didn't cast Tim Robbins as one of the gang because he's just too tall.
He's like 18 feet tall.
Right. You couldn't have somebody taller.
No.
Biff had to be the biggest.
Biff had to be the biggest guy.
Because it's like that bulldog with all the little satellite.
What are you going to do
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
What are
the
we going to
little
do now,
guys,
Biff?
yeah.
Are we going to punch the guy out, Biff? What are we going to do now?
The character name of Tannen was taken from studio exec Ned Tannen, who, when presented with the script for I Want to Hold Your Hand by Gale and Zemeckis, accused them of trying to produce an anti-Semitic film.
What?
I don't know. But he literally was like, yeah, I'll have a meeting with you, and then reamed them for like an hour about how they were hated Jews.
What?
And they were both just like, okay, we're going to leave.
Yeah.
Like, it's super weird.
I mean, look, the fact that 3 of the leads were Nazis, it's a little weird, but it wasn't like they were spouting their...
I think it was the fact that the lead character's name was Adolf. He was a little upset.
And the mustache. It wasn't subtle.
It wasn't subtle. But I don't know what. Again, I've not seen I Want to Hold Your Hand. I don't see how it could be an anti-Semitic film. It's literally about the Beatles.
Well, maybe they had like a manager character or something, or some Jewish character that was over the top.
Maybe.
Everything was stereotypes back then anyway.
Yeah. Naturally, this didn't sit well with the two Bobs, so they named a villain after him.
That's great. Great revenge.
Wilson used a lot of his childhood trauma to inform the character of Biff. He's naturally a nice guy and was bullied a lot during school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In fact, during his first audition for the character, he was brought to tears when reading against Glover, who he was supposed to be bullying.
Oh, wow.
Like, apparently Crispin Glover's performance was so good that it reminded Wilson of what he was like when he was young.
Damn.
And he just started crying.
Oh, my God.
He just freaked out.
That
and
is
started crying.
amazing.
Yeah. Wilson improvised a lot of his Biffisms, like make like a tree and get out of here, and profusely using butthead.
Hey, butthead.
Hey, butthead. When Zemeckis and Gale approached Wilson with some bad news, he was afraid that he was going to get fired after his inability to get along with Stoltz. In fact, the word is, and he apparently just started crying. Like, he just started bawling because he was like, oh my God, I'm going to get fired.
What a
like,
lovely, sensitive man.
Yeah, very sensitive dude. After they told him Stoltz was being let go, he was relieved, but then went on record saying he felt bad for Stoltz.
Of course.
Even though he was not a fan of Stoltz, he felt bad for him.
I love this guy.
He's
I love him.
Such a good dude.
He's
such a good dude.
He's also an artist.
Yeah.
He does so much now, not just acting. He's a consummate artist, and he's a sensitive soul who puts everything into his performances. Like I said, I really paid attention to Biff, because Biff is an easy guy to kind of look over, because you got the manic of Michael J. Fox, and you got the craziness of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But Biff's performance could have been so cliche and such BS.
Yeah.
But there's something about it that is so real and grounded.
Yeah.
And I think that the fact that he was bullied makes him understand bullies.
Totally.
And it's the non-verbal parts of his performance that
Yeah.
are so astonishing to me. How much when actors are so in the scene,
Right.
and that when you're in a scene with Michael J. Fox and all these great actors, and you're looking at Thomas Wilson, that's just a testimony to how great this kid is.
Yeah. The character easily could have been two-dimensional, and he's not, because Wilson gave him life.
Well, also older Biff.
Yeah.
The way that he looked at
God.
Marty.
The gross, it was so gross. The opening, it was so gross.
It made me think that he's Marty's dad.
I mean, possible.
Yeah, because he's like, say hey to your mom for me. It's just, there's a lot of subtext in him.
Yeah.
And a young guy that played that old middle-aged asshole so well. And at the end, when he's got the mannerisms, it's like, oh, okay, Mr. McFly.
Oh my God,
sorry, Mr.
he
McFly.
is so spot on, amazingly funny in that end sequence.
You know, okay, Mr. McFly, I brought it in for you.
No, you're right. I'm just starting the second coat.
Now, Biff, you're telling me you haven't started the second coat.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. McFly, you got me. I'm just starting it right now.
It was such a great role reversal.
Yes, and then with the hand on the hip and the same.
Yeah. Also, it just occurred to me that it would have, if he were to be Marty's dad, it would have had to have been an affair later because
Yeah.
they didn't have the kid for like 14 years.
No, he's the middle kid, right? Or the
He's
youngest kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
It was a drunken night
but
at some
regardless-
office party.
You could also it was just weird. There's definitely something there, but that's the beauty of his performance
Yes.
is that there was more going on.
There's a ton of subtext
Yeah.
with everything that Thomas Wilson does.
yeah, so
and,
good.
And one of the most underrated and underused character actors ever. And
Brilliant.
the problem is he was so goddamn good at Biff
Yeah.
that it's hard to see anything else.
yeah.
When a breakout actor, when their breakout role is something so iconic and defined, it's hard for anybody to see
Yeah.
something different. It took him a while to start playing coaches and stuff. And he he was great. I think he was on Glee.
He was the coach on Freaks and Geeks.
Freaks and Geeks, that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Yep.
So good on that, too.
So good on that. 3 days after the premiere of Back to the Future, Wilson got married.
Nice.
They're still married and have 4 children.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And I guarantee you, he lives somewhere near Gen X headquarters.
Nice.
Somewhere out here in the valley, I guarantee you. He has
Well,
a
let's
nice
have
house.
lunch.
Oh, God.
Tom.
It would be so amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll talk more about Thomas F. Wilson next week,
Good.
along with everybody else. So other actors making appearances in this movie, Claudia Wells was cast as Jennifer Parker, the girlfriend. Shortly after being cast, Wells had to temporarily drop out due to scheduling conflicts involving the short-lived television series Off the Rack.
Okay.
She got cast in as the pilot,
Oh.
and they essentially were like, she got cast in Back to the Future, and they're like, well, we're shooting this now, so she had to drop out. Melora Hardin was briefly cast as Jennifer opposite Eric Stoltz, but had to be replaced after Stoltz was dismissed, and it was discovered she was taller than Michael J. Fox.
Oh, no.
Apparently, Zemeckis went around to the crew and did a poll, and 100% of the women there said that they cannot allow the girlfriend to be taller than Michael J. Fox.
Really?
Yeah, the women in the cast, or in the crew, said that she should be shorter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you know her from The Office.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's been in a
She's
ton
tall.
of stuff.
I mean, she's tall.
She's a great actor, too.
She's so good.
You forget that she's been around forever.
She's doing work for years. Hardin was dismissed before she even had a chance to shoot a single scene, having only posed for a picture with Stoltz on the set, which was to be developed into the snapshot that Marty carries with him, which he doesn't do in the movie.
No.
Yeah, that got changed.
He carries the picture of his
Of his
family.
family, yeah.
And who the hell carries a picture of their siblings?
I don't know.
Just saying.
Because he loves his
This
family.
movie's stupid.
He loves his. Oh my God, loving your family is dumb.
He doesn't love his family. He hates his family. They're awful at the beginning.
Maybe but he secretly loves them.
All right.
Wells was 17 years old during filming, unlike Michael J. Fox, who was 23 when he played 17-year-old Marty McFly. Back to the Future was her first feature film,
Nice.
and we will talk more about her next week.
Yeah, and it's not going to be happy either.
No, unfortunately.
Ugh.
Mark McClure and Wendy Jo Sperber were cast as Marty's siblings Dave McFly and Linda McFly.
I have always liked Mark McClure. He just has this, especially Jimmy. He was such a good Jimmy Olsen.
He's best known for playing Jimmy Olsen in the Superman movies between 1978 and 1987, and he is the only actor to appear in all 4 Christopher Reeve Superman movies and in Supergirl.
Yeah.
He played Jimmy Olsen in Supergirl as well.
He was great.
He was good.
He's got kind of a Judge Reinholdy,
Yeah, he does. He really does.
Yeah,
now that you
it's
say
just
that,
kind of like that, kind of goofy
Yeah,
but
it's
open,
like-
nice. It's like positive.
One of my favorite lines in the movie is when, and it's such a throwaway, but when the car gets hit at the end, and he's like, "Why am I always the last one to know?" It was like it just tells so much about the character.
He's Marty. I always wear a suit
To the office.
to the office.
Yeah, he doesn't work at McDonald's anymore.
Pizza Hut.
Or Pizza Hut, sorry.
Ugh.
Yeah, which comes back in part 2. I
Yes,
totally
it
forgot about that. For some reason I thought it was McDonald's. Anyway. McClure also appeared in I Want to Hold Your Hand and Used Cars, both by Gale and Zemeckis. Wendy Jo Sperber also appeared in the Gale and Zemeckis films I Want to Hold Your Hand, Used Cars, and 1941.
Ooh.
She was in all of them. Random note, Sperber is 3 years older than Michael J. Fox, who is 10 days younger than Lea Thompson, and Lea Thompson is 3 years older than Crispin Glover.
That's make my head hurt.
The McFlys are a weird family. So essentially, Michael J. Fox was 23. Lea Thompson was 10 days older than him. Her birthday was 10 days. But he was, at the time, Crispin Glover was only 20 when he was doing the movie.
That's crazy.
And Sperber was 26.
She was great. Unfortunately, she's passed.
Yeah.
I think she passed from cancer a while ago.
At the age of 47.
Very sad. Very sad.
I think it was breast cancer.
She was so good on Bosom Buddies, but she was also this character actor that was in everything.
Yeah.
She was one of the great female character actors that even if it was just 2 lines, she was memorable.
She would kill it. Yeah.
She's just a great comedic actor.
Yeah. George DiTenzo played Sam Baines, Lorraine's father.
He looks so familiar. He was in a ton of stuff.
He was in a ton of stuff. I'm not going to go too far into him because he was in so many things. Despite having a long career, his role in Back to the Future was his biggest part.
Yeah.
He died in 2010 from sepsis at the age of 70.
Oh.
Yeah. But he
was so... What? That kid's an idiot.
Yeah. If you ever have kids like that, I'm gonna disown you.
That's bad upbringing. That kid's an idiot.
Yeah. He's an idiot. Yeah. Frances Lee McCain played Stella Baines, Lorraine's mother.
I love her. She's
another one of those that just pops up in things and is like,
she's the best. She is the best movie mom.
She was a good movie mom in Gremlins. She was a good movie mom in Stand By Me.
Not in Stand By Me.
I mean, she wasn't a good movie mom.
She was a good acting
movie
mom.
She was, yeah.
But she was...
She did.
Gordy's
very
mom.
Bad to Gordy. Very bad to Gordy.
Because John Cusack got killed.
Because he was dead. And
then
she
the
was
wrong
sad.
son died.
The wrong son died. Yeah.
But my favorite... It's between this, but mostly Gremlins. I think she's fun.
So good in Gremlins.
And it's a meaty part for her.
Yeah.
Because she gets to fight the Gremlins in the kitchen.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah, she has such a positive way about her.
Yeah.
I think this movie works well, too, because there are so many pro-positive actors.
Yes.
That just have this aura about them of kindness.
Yeah.
And that rolls together and makes a very positive, uplifting type of film.
She was also in Scream, which I always forget.
Yeah, she was...
I think she was...
Wasn't she the Dewey's mom?
Yes.
Because I think the only parents we see are Sydney's dad, and then when they go spend the night at Dewey's place with the sister.
I think you're right. It's not. It's like one scene.
Yeah.
Jason Hervey plays Lorraine's younger brother, wearing the coonskin cap, who you may remember as Wayne Arnold on The Wonder Years.
A ton of stuff. He also looked... There was like 8 actors that looked exactly like him back then.
Yes.
It was just this weird kind of... I even had a friend that looked exactly like him. There was just this weird genetic trait that had all these weird monkey boys.
Right.
I don't know.
Maya Burton plays Sally Baines. You may remember her from Adventures in Babysitting and Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Yeah, listen to our Adventures in Babysitting.
She was the one that was obsessed with Thor.
Yes!
Yeah. Biff's gang includes J.J. Cohen as Skinhead, Billy Zane as Match, and Casey Seismachko as 3D.
Hardest name that
Still
we've
can't
ever
say his
had.
name right. Every time I have to think about it, and I say it wrong every time.
If you want to keep hearing him say the name wrong, listen to our 3 o'clock high
Oh my God,
episode.
please listen to our 3 o'clock high episode. That movie's so good.
And that movie would be a great double feature with Back to the Future.
Yes, it would. Billy Zane, funny enough, Billy Zane was the only member of the gang that had no lines in Back to the Future. That's how bad of an actor Billy Zane is.
Well, he's not... Back then, maybe. If you watch his audition, there's a reason why.
Look, Billy Zane's fine.
I love Billy Zane. He was great in Titanic.
Yeah, look, he's fine. I don't. It's just funny to me that they gave lines to the other two guys and not Billy Zane, who was very handsome in this movie. I was just like, wow.
But he also did a great job reacting. All 3 of the gang, because it's tough to play the a-hole.
Yeah.
And there are a bunch of, it's the hangers-on for the bully. It's the guys that, if I'm friends with a bully, I won't get bullied.
Well, I mean, it's ironic that 2 of them literally tried to be the bully but couldn't.
Yes.
So it's like...
Go on YouTube and type in Back to the Future auditions, and you can see...
Billy Zane
and the DeLuise
C. Thomas
kid.
Howell and Peter
Howell.
DeLuise. Peter DeLuise.
DeLuise. And little Benny Stiller.
Norman Alden plays Lou, the malt shop owner. In addition to his many TV and film appearances, Alden also voiced Kranix in the Transformers the movie.
Yes.
Listen to our The Transformers the movie episode.
He is also an extremely recognizable character actor.
Yeah.
Played a lot of cops, played a lot of angry dudes.
He also voiced Aquaman, Green Arrow, and Plastic Man in 31 episodes of Super Friends.
Yes!
So good.
Oh, God, I love the Super Friends.
So good. In total, he appeared in over 250 projects, appearing as multiple characters in almost every single show he was in.
Just a really talented
It was insane. You go through his IMDb, and everything's like 2 episodes. And I was like, oh, he had arcs. And it was like, no. He played 2 different characters in every show.
And he was an amazing voice actor. He
Such a good voice actor.
He just had that superhero voice.
Yeah.
He could,
So good. Courtney Gaines and Gary Riley play high school students. Gaines gets to be a bit of a bully, unlike his normal nerdy characters.
Yes,
it was nice to see him be kind of a dick at the end.
Total pervy grosso.
So gross.
Yeah, McFly, I'm going to cut in.
Yeah, so gross.
Well, it's also, it does bug me a little bit that McFly kind of starts to walk away.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And then he finally is like, no, I'm coming back.
Lea Thompson's like, you just beat up the biggest bully in school, and you're going to let this weirdo ginger maul me?
Is it because you're afraid of redheads?
Yes. Well, back then.
If you touch one, you might get measles.
It's of the devil.
You may remember Gary Riley from Summer School. We talked about him in some episode.
Yeah.
Some movie that he's the guy that I think he eventually ended up retiring and touring with the Grateful Dead.
Yeah.
That just followed them around for like 10 years.
It was like a blink and you miss it.
Yeah. He has no lines. He's just there. But it's definitely obvious he's in the movie.
He was in like Hot to Trot or one of those movies, I think.
Maybe.
It was something fairly recent that we did.
James Tolkien plays Strickland, the overbearing principal.
Yeah, he's J.R.R. Tolkien's son.
He's such a son, he changed the spelling of his name.
Well, Tolkien is the original Ent version.
Oh. This is the anglicized version of Tolkien. Yeah. He was the first choice for Principal Strickland after Zemeckis saw him in the crime drama Prince of the City in 1981.
He, again, is a character actor, immediately recognizable because of his bald head, and he was so good at playing an asshole.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He was a consummate asshole and just brilliant at it, so you know that he's probably the nicest guy in the world.
Probably. Come
on, McFly. You're a slacker, McFly, just like your father was a slacker.
But he's 94.
Yeah. I'm so glad he's alive.
Yeah.
He was in Top Gun. He was
so good in Top Gun.
Yes. He was in Problem Child 2, our favorite movie. I can't.
No.
We're gonna cover one of those off.
We're gonna do the Problem Child month. Cover all 3.
Problem Child / Haterade.
And it's gonna the Stepdads show is gonna end with us killing ourselves,
killing each other, or maybe adopting. Who knows?
We adopt
a Gen X child.
We adopt Martin Short.
Yes, we'll adopt a little redheaded
Martin. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of Clifford.
Yes, a much better movie, by the way.
Better movie, yeah. Buck Flower plays Red the Bum at the end there, sitting in front. This is also a funny thing I didn't include, but the California Raisins, the California Raisin Growing Association or something, wanted their raisins to be in the movie, and so they paid money to be like in the movie, and they were like, we want a bowl of raisins during the dance, like a big bowl of raisins.
Yeah.
That's going to be the thing. And Robert Zemeckis called him up and was like, you realize that a bowl of raisins in a dark room is just going to look like a pile of dirt.
Well, why not in the boxes? Little baby boxes.
But so the compromise was that they stuck it on the
bench?
The bench that Buck was drunk on when he came back at the end. And the California Raisin Growers Association saw it and said, we don't want that. And so they refunded their money. They literally gave their money back.
And then they used that money to make clay animation raisins that sang old
Motown songs.
Yeah, old Motown songs.
Yes. Which actually is probably true because they spent about $5,000.
Do you remember how crazy popular the raisins were?
I had the figurines.
Everybody had. I think it was by law you had to have at least one.
I think they came in the McDonald's like stuff for a while, and then
I had one with a saxophone. I remember.
Yeah, it was weird.
Sunglasses.
They were just weird. I'm sure that I could probably find them somewhere. Anyway,
they ended up making a show about them.
They did.
California Raisins.
It's insane.
It's so weird when they make TV shows out of commercials like the Cavemen or
Yeah.
But the raisins actually worked. It was pretty good.
So Flower has played vagrants or vagrant-adjacent people in a ton of movies, including They Live and Escape from New York.
He's really great at playing a drunken bum.
Yeah.
It's just like, be honest.
That's his thing.
He's perfect. Look, a lot of people have narrow ranges, but he nails. If you nail that range, you'll never not work.
Yeah. So because Fox agreed to not interfere with the filming of Family Ties, he would shoot Family Ties during the day and Back to the Future at night.
God, what? That's like 20 hours.
Yeah.
of work, at least.
He did this for 4 months from January until Family Ties finished shooting in April.
It's a miracle he didn't end up in the hospital
Yeah.
for exhaustion. I mean, he's 24, so the body takes a lot back then.
The Teamster drivers entrusted with dropping him off at home often had to carry him to bed.
That is the cutest thing. The picture in my head is just this big, gruff dude. Okay, Michael, we're home. Okay, let's just get you up, okay, guy? Okay, we're going to get you in the bed.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, no, don't wake up. I'll get you there. Shh. Michael, this is your good boy. You did so good today, Michael. I'll see you in 4 hours.
Get your 4 hours of sleep.
Good night, Angel.
I'll have coffee for you in the morning.
Okay.
100%. I mean, you know that's what they were doing.
I would, and it's like carrying him to bed was like carrying a sack of yarn.
Yeah. I mean, I think most of the time they just stuck him in their pocket.
He only weighs 80 pounds.
Despite the headache of Fox's schedule, the crew enjoyed him being on the film, as Stoltz was extremely unpredictable.
Sure.
I think a lot of them were just happy that he was joyous and funny and charming. And
Michael J. Fox is Canadian.
Yeah.
So, which makes him a truly good person.
Shooting with Fox lasted 107 days, ending on April 26th, 1985. The movie was set to premiere in August of 1985, a mere 4 months later.
That's crazy.
Because of the tight turnaround, the editor was forced to edit with no chance for re-editing later, which also meant he was editing with no VFX shots.
That must have been nerve-wracking.
The editor
Yeah.
was, from the little bit I read, he was on edge the entire time.
And this is negative cutting. This is cutting film. This isn't digital bullshit.
Yeah.
This is, you got your white glove and you got your Steenbeck. And baby, that shit is hard.
He did the job, and he did it well, because a rough cut of the film was screened for the public just 3 weeks after the filming ended, sometime in May.
That's insane.
They did a test screening. It garnered a 94% recommendation rate from audiences, with 99% saying it was very good or excellent.
That is so rare.
And that was, I'm pretty sure, without any VFX shots. They talked about how they did, like, I think the ending of the first test screening when he flies away, it was just like storyboards, and people still cheered for it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. The Universal exec, Sidney Sheinberg, upon hearing how much the audience loved the screenings, moved the release date up to July 3rd to capitalize on the prime summer movie-going audience.
Again, this blockbuster mentality was so difficult on the creatives because they didn't have any say. They could, the big bigs like Spielberg, Lucas, or whatever, do it on their own terms. But man, 3 weeks.
The numbers, the way they did it, was that they were going to get 16 more days in the theater, which equated to almost $40 million.
But listen, that isn't just cutting the movie together. That's making the prints. There's so much to do.
Yeah, so technically they had 9.5 weeks to get the film done, but really at that point it's only about 8.5 weeks, maybe 8 weeks, because you have to have at least 10 days for making the prints.
Yes.
Yeah. Upon release, Back to the Future was number 1 at the box office. It would remain at number 1 for 11 of the 12 weeks it was released in the theaters. In total, it would make $381.1 million against a $19 million budget. It was the highest grossing film of the year.
It also started this whole string of shit taking place in the 50s. You know? Like Peggy Sue Got Married, which was in the 50s and recent. So it reinvigorated this nostalgia for the past. And it was music. Everybody was listening to Motown. Everybody was listening to old, doo-wop and shoo-ba-doo, sugar, sugar, bop-ba-doo-doo, beep-bop. It really not only...
It's my favorite song, Sugar, Sugar, Boppy, Doo, Bop, Bebop. Sugar, Sugar, Boppy, Doo, Bop, Bebop.
Sugar, sugar.
Yeah.
But it not only dominated the box office, but it created a whole movement and drove this whole nostalgia thing, which is always inevitable.
Yeah.
We're always going to look back 30 years, like the 80s were huge.
Oh, yeah.
Now we're getting into the 90s, of course. And then the saddest thing is when, remember 30 years ago with the 2000s?
Ugh.
I'm old. I feel old.
I know. Well, we are old. The movie received generally positive reviews, the biggest complaint being the exposition-heavy opening, which I disagree.
I think it set up the characters, and then once the ball got rolling, it never stopped.
Yeah. Oh my God! As soon as it's funny because the score by Alan Silvestri, who we'll talk about more in the next coming weeks.
Right.
His score did not start until we see the time machine,
Yeah.
which is like 12 or 13 minutes into the movie. Yeah, and it's so good.
Yeah.
But the second that music starts, the movie just goes.
Yeah. Yes.
And runs.
But you need to set up what his life is like. And Marty doesn't have a horrible life. It's not like he wants his family to be happy, to have
exactly.
his dad not to be such a milquetoast carpet that's walked all over. His mother to be a functioning alcoholic.
Less of a functioning alcoholic.
Yes, his sister to be a little mini spinster, and his brother to be a dumbass working at,
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
I get it. And you have to set all that. You have to show what the life is like to make the impact of the changes, I think.
You can't have the ending without this beginning.
Exactly.
I mean, it's the way the script is set up.
Yeah.
It's just you have to have A to have B. I mean, it has to be that way.
Yeah. And look, man, it's what, 10 minutes?
Yeah, and I wish more movies did exposition like this because it's watchable and not just people spouting each other. So at the 1986 Academy Awards, Back to the Future was nominated for 4 awards.
Nice. Very rare for a comedy to be nominated.
It got nominated for Best Original Screenplay for Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, but it lost to Witness.
No shame there.
Witness is a great movie.
Yeah. And a great script, too.
Great script. It was nominated for Best Sound, but lost to Out of Africa.
I don't agree.
I'm with you on this. I don't think so.
It's easy to get lion roars and.
But this was more. Wow, you should win an Oscar.
Yeah, I did. That was my elephant.
You won for Out of Africa.
I did. It was all mouth sounds.
Yeah.
It was between me and Michael Winslow to do the soundtrack, and I won out.
You won. Okay.
And got an Oscar.
Nice. It was nominated for Best Original Song for The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and The News, not He News, and The News, losing to Say You, Say Me by Lionel Richie for White Nights.
Whatever. I mean, 80s music is all the same.
Yeah, I know.
Say you, say me.
Literally forgot that song existed until I wrote this line down.
Say it together.
And then it was me.
Naturally.
Don't go too far. We're going to get demonetized. Best Sound. It also got nominated for Best Sound Effects Editing, which it won.
Nice.
The movie is an Academy Award-winning film, which is rare for a comedy.
Look, the best sound effects editing is this redheaded stepchild version of the Oscar.
Yeah.
It's what they just give to the most popular movie, like a Star Wars or whatever. They can easily give it to them.
Nobody that votes is like, what's good sound effects editing and what's bad?
No, they're just like, oh, what's the popular movie that's not going to win anything?
It went beep boop bop a lot, so I think it wins.
I like the robots.
Yeah. Back to the Future was released on VHS on May 22nd, 1986, priced at $79.95, becoming the first film to sell 450,000 units at that price point, and was also the most rented cassette of the year.
Well, this was before they started selling cassettes. This is when movies cost $80 to $100 because, the rental places would buy it, and then you would recoup your money from rentals, and then you would make your money. So they never sold anything. I think it was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids might have been the first
I think you're right.
like for sale
$20
budget thing where they started being like, hey, we could do a home market now.
Right.
But it's crazy that at the $80
it's because this definitely was not just rental houses. Like, people were like, I don't care. I'm going to pay $80 so I can watch this over and over again. Yeah. A sequel was not planned until after Back to the Future's theatrical release, and a to-be-continued graphic was appended to the end of the home release to promote awareness of future films.
Womp womp.
Yeah. When it was released on DVD, the to-be-continued was removed at Gale and Zemeckis' request to keep the original theatrical version intact.
It doesn't need it.
No, it didn't need it. I mean, yeah.
We all know.
Yeah. A novelization was released in 1985. A writable children's DeLorean was released in 1986.
Nice. Did it go back in time?
I wish. Which we also will talk more about the DeLorean and stuff in the next couple weeks. Yeah, there's a company in Texas that will find old DeLoreans and make them up to look like the time machines and sells them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with, I forget his name, but the guy that wrote Ready Player One.
Okay.
And it was kind of a tour of his crazy, awesome pop culture house.
Oh, yeah.
But he has 2 DeLoreans.
Oh, wow.
He has one that's 100% Back to the Future.
Yeah.
But then he has his Mandalorian, which is a hybrid, and it's got R2-D2 in the back.
Oh, nice.
Boop, 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 that moves and does stuff.
I think I've seen pictures of this.
He takes it out on Star Wars Day and stuff.
Oh, nice.
But it was just... the guy that was interviewing him was just geeking out. He's like, oh, my God, you have 2 DeLoreans?
A video game, Back to the Future, was released alongside the film for the Amstrad CPC. No, for the Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, and ZX Spectrum.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. An arcade adventure game, Back to the Future, was released in 1989 for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Oh, I remember that.
And this is the greatest quote, not greatest quote, but the greatest missive. Gale called it one of the worst games ever made and advised people against purchasing it.
He wasn't wrong. I remember renting that game.
He made money off that game and still told people not to buy it.
Well, I mean...
I kind of remember it. I don't really...
It didn't have much to do... It's like the E.T. game. It really didn't have much to do with the movie.
Yeah.
And back then, it was really hard to do movie tie-in games because it was all 8-bit and 16-bit. What do you do?
You can't really tell the story.
No.
Yeah. But anyway, that's all I got for Back to the Future. There's a whole lot more we can talk about, but we've got 2 more Back to the Futures coming up.
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about like the cars and the score and all that stuff.
We didn't talk about Donald Full.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
Goldie Wilson
He comes
III.
back in part 2.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll
Is
talk about
we have other characters to talk about.
There's a number of characters that are in the first and second that are not in the third. So
I'm really excited. I haven't seen the second or the third movies in quite a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't love them. Not as much. I mean, look.
yeah,
There is no replicating the first movie.
No.
You're really putting yourself in a hole already because you've made a perfect movie.
Yeah.
And all you can do is either sully it or add to the oeuvre.
Right.
And I think they added to it. And,
Yeah,
and I think
yeah.
I'm really going to enjoy it more now.
I love the second movie because I was at that age where
Yeah.
I was really into time travel, and I mean I still am, but like the way it goes back and essentially revisits the
Yes.
first movie is so brilliant.
Those are the things that I really loved about it.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see it again. But this movie, look, we don't have to tell you to watch this. You've seen it. We
Yeah,
don't have to
yeah.
tell you to love it. You love it. But it is, if you haven't seen it in a while, give it a peek. And if you haven't shown your kids, show your kids.
Yes.
It'll be awkward for mom sitting next to her son watching it. Don't sit too close.
Yeah, ignore certain things. Hope they don't ask certain questions.
Mom,
Mom, but aren't they related?
how does she know what it's like to kiss her brother, Mom?
Shh. But yeah, it is such a fun movie.
Yeah, it was great. I also we didn't talk about any locations. Like one of the very first places I visited when I came to California, when I moved here, was that Burger King that's right outside of Doc Brown's garage.
Yeah.
Which is over in Burbank. But it was always just like, oh yeah, there it is, right there. The Toys R Us is closed now.
Yeah. What's really funny is it made me really want Burger King.
Yeah, I haven't had Burger King in forever.
I haven't either. And ever since watching that movie, I've bug up my ass to get Burger King.
Yeah.
But I probably won't. The Gen X Files, we got a great Blu-ray of all 3 films of the trilogy.
Yeah.
You can pick it up for cheap as
Yeah.
whatever.
It's probably $30 maybe, if even that.
These are movies you want in your collection.
Yeah.
These are the movies for the Gen X. These are our classics. And again, I'm going to ask you again to show it to your kids if you haven't seen it already, and let us know what they think.
Yeah. Email
I'm
us
always
at
curious.
genxfilespodcast@gmail.com.
That is.
genxfilespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. What? Yeah, but let us know because honestly, I'm curious to see what the younger crowd thinks of this.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't imagine they would dislike it.
No, because it isn't slow paced like the 80s movies. It doesn't have the things that we have to kind of like get back used to that we have for the last couple of months. This movie, as it is now, could have been made today.
I always have, this is going to sound kind of weird, but I always have one of my barometers of a good movie is about 40 minutes into it. I was like, man, I really need to pee. And the next thing I knew, the movie was over.
Yeah.
And it was like, no, I didn't even get up. I just watched the whole thing.
No checking our phones, no getting on the thing.
It's so engrossing. It's so good. It is such a good movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it in a while, do yourself a favor. It really will put you in a good mood.
Yeah. We'll be back next week with Back to the Future Part 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We're going to go back in time.
It's your kids' money. They're in trouble, money.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
Back in time. And immense. Nancy Allen, Bobby DiCiccio. DiCicco?
DiCicco?
I'm going to say DiCicco.
Sure.
Nancy Allen, Bobby DiCicco, Mark McClure, Susan Kendall Newman. Jesus Christ. I can't do this like side-eyed. It's too difficult.
So,
Well, it's also a testament to Lea Thomas. It's also a testament to Lea Thomas's. Jesus.
Thompson?
F. It's also a testament to Lea Thompson's. It's a guy I hate from Explorers.
Ethan Hawke.
It's fun to listen to Ethan Hawke.
You just literally just said to say the guy I fucking hate. I knew exactly what you're talking about. Sorry.
We now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. Baywatch. Already in progress.